In the opening sequence, Cecilia, played by Elizabeth Moss of Mad Men and The Handmaid's Tale fame, is seen lurking through the darkness of an impossibly large seaside mansion, and it quickly becomes clear she's trying to escape what is essentially a high-tech prison in which Adrian, her abusive boyfriend, has kept her trapped. She poisons him with diazepam but mistakenly sets off some alarms in her attempt to flee, and she only just makes it. She moves in with a childhood friend and his adolescent daughter. Shortly after leaving, she learns through Adrian's brother that his brother committed suicide and left her a wealth that will be paid out in yearly installments, providing she stays out of trouble and doesn't get jailed. However, things begin to vanish. Things she thought she'd left behind in her mansion begin to reappear in her new safe place. Cecilia suspects that her tech genius boyfriend isn't dead at all and has invented technology that allows him to disappear. Cecilia begins alienating everybody around her without doing anything. Much to her chagrin, her sister receives a scathing email, and the daughter of her best friend is physically assaulted, and they both blame Cecilia, who is the only one who recognizes it's all her boyfriend's fault. For a split second, we're not sure if Cecilia's partner is still alive or if she's gone insane. What we do know is that if he's still alive, he's actively attempting to drive her nuts. Cecilia is jailed after her sister is killed by having her throat cut in a restaurant, despite the fact that both she and the audience are convinced that her ex-boyfriend in the invisible costume was the murderer. When the man in the invisible suit is finally dead, it turns out to be Adrian's brother, not Adrian himself. Only hours later, her lover is discovered alive, chained and gagged in his basement. Cecilia discovers she's pregnant with Adrian's child because he's been replacing her birth control pills with diazepam. And he wants to do more than just apologize for his terrible history with her, he wants to start a family with her. I won't give away the finale, although Wikipedia does, but let's just say Cecilia agrees to meet her boyfriend for dinner at the estate, and she finally figures out how to make the invisibility suit work for her. The opening sequence takes up the first third of this nearly 3-minute official trailer, which is followed by a good quick-cut description of the rest of the film, indicating that Cecilia never truly escaped Adrian's tortures. The final shot implies that she ultimately obtains mental comfort by turning the tables on her tormentor. Review. My primary critique of the film is the ridiculously gloomy lighting. There are full periods where all you can see is the tip of someone's nose. Is that a nose you're looking at? Is that the nose of the invisible man surrounded by darkness? Perhaps it's just a bump on a log in the midst of the forest. Why are all recent films so dimly lit, as if they're all Godfather remakes? Is it true that all of the lighting specialists went on strike? After 1,000 films like this, no one associates gloomy lighting with great drama. Personally, I find it difficult to watch a film that I cannot even see. In fact, I can't even say with certainty that I saw this movie, but I'm sure I heard about it. My greatest compliment for the film is that it is a redo rather than a remake. It takes the fundamental premise, technology that can make one invisible, and communicates a very different message from the perspective of a completely different character. Elizabeth Moss portrays a woman desperately clinging to every last crumb of her sanity while it is wrenched from her mind admirably. Oh, and the doom-laden industrial music was great, featuring songs by Benjamin Wallfish, Reem, Pella Boy, Billie Eilish, Post Malone, and even Adele.